You've just turned 18, and in the surrounding days and months of your big day, you've heard the usual from any and everyone like a broken record. Register to vote. Now you can donate blood, open up a bank account. Don't forget to apply for the selective services, apply for FAFSA for student financial aid. Don't do anything stupid. You have all these responsibilities now since you're a legal adult, at least in the United States. But while some of these things are important, and I'm not trying to downplay any of them, I still do feel like there is something that is much more important than all of these, and that is your financial freedom. And today we will cover 5 steps plus a bonus step that you should take as soon as you turn 18. So if you guys are excited, leave a like and comment down below. And if you are new to the channel, after you've done those first 2 things, hit that subscribe button because we're almost getting to 100 subscribers. Thank you guys so much. Appreciate it. Let's get straight into the video. Before you do anything else, as soon as you turn 18, go ahead and get yourself a secured credit card, because the fact is, if you try to apply for a regular credit card, most of the time you will get rejected, and since that is a hard inquiry, that'll negatively impact your credit score. Now, getting one of these is a very easy thing to do because they are designed and made for people that have no credit history or people that are trying to rebuild their credit score. Now, 2 months ago, I went ahead and got myself this. Now, what came in this beautiful packaging was the Discover It secured card, and after doing some research, found this to be the best secured credit card out there because it gives you cashback rewards, and there's a whole list of other perks that Discover gives you. And I actually did a video on this, but I haven't uploaded it yet because I felt like it wasn't that great. But I just could be being a perfectionist right now, so if you guys want me to upload that, let me know in the comments below. Now, since this is a secured credit card, you must put a security deposit. And then after you do that, after you do the application, you will get the credit card with a credit limit that is equal to the amount that you deposited. And to build your credit, you just build your credit by making small payments that are charged to the credit card each month, and then pay it in full to avoid paying interest over the coming months. It's that simple. That's what I'm doing right now. I'm still waiting for my first statement. Quick, you just have to wait a week or 2 for the credit card to come in the mail. And I'll leave a link in the description for where you can go and apply for your Discover It secured card, whether you just turned 18 with no credit history or you want to rebuild your damaged credit score. After you get your secured card and you have around $1,000 to $2,000 in liquid cash, I want you to go on a brokerage account, set up a Roth IRA. Roth IRA is a tax advantage retirement account that lets you contribute post-tax money. So that means taxes have already been taken out of what you have earned, and by the time you're 59 and a half, all the profit in that account can be accessed completely tax-free. For this Roth IRA account, I recommend that you use this company called Vanguard. Vanguard has a whole bunch of exchange traded funds, or ETFs, which are index funds that track the movement of a plethora of stocks in the stock exchange. So when you invest in a Roth IRA, you're usually investing in several of these ETFs, and you're consistently putting more and more money annually into this Roth IRA to have the growth along with the capital gains, along with the dividends that come from these ETFs. So that by the time, like I said, when you're almost 60, you can take this out for your retirement and just use that money periodically to live off of. Now, number three is like the meat and potatoes of this entire list, and that is investing. Now, for some odd reason, when I try to talk to my friends about investing, they're a little dismissive about it. I try to tell them about Robinhood and how it's easy to start investing today, and how you don't even need to put your own money into Robinhood, because if you use a referral link, you can get the free stock and whatever. So you can use that, test it out, and see if it's good for you. And then if it is good for you, you can start investing. They're like, no, or some of them just ask, well, how much money did you make from it? Or can I make a lot of money from it right now? And I'm like, and these mindsets are completely wrong. So hopefully you guys watching this video, you take the time to invest. It's very simple. Now, if you're just starting out in the investing game, I highly recommend after you create your account, start investing in the ETFs that I was referring to when talking about the Roth IRA. These are usually low cost. They're low volatile, so that makes them less risky. When you are investing in these ETFs, you should invest with the expectation of holding them for a couple of decades rather than for short-term capital gains. Now, you can invest into some of the Vanguard ETFs like VU, VTI, VYM, VTSAX. Those are very, very nice index funds to invest in. And just by investing consistently in these index funds, you are guaranteed retirement at a very good age. Another thing you can do is to become a dividend investor. So let's say you have like any amount, let's say $1,000 just lying around. Well, you can take that $1,000, put it into a brokerage account, research dividend stocks, and invest in these dividend stocks. This is a passive form of investing, which means if you buy these stocks and you hold them, you will be paid a dividend from different stocks almost monthly, depending on which stocks you hold, but guaranteed to be at least quarterly for the year. So 4 times a year, you'll be receiving a payment just for holding these stocks and doing absolutely nothing else. And you can use this money, and you can use this if you are able to grow out your stock account portfolio. You can get to the point where this money can help pay off for your monthly expenses, utility bills, and even your mortgage, because those are goals that a lot of these dividend investors have when they're investing in these dividend stocks. So you can either invest in ETFs that can help for retirement, or you can become a dividend investor, or why not just do both? Now, tip 3.5 is going to be invest, then save, then spend. Now, I know this sounds unorthodox to lots of people, but the reason why I'm saying this for people who just turned 18 is because most likely you're still dependent on your parents. I'm still dependent on my parents. So I don't really have monthly expenses like utility bills or mortgage to take care of. So that means I'm able to aggressively invest, because the money I'm getting now, you could consider disposable income. If I were to take all the money that I'm earning from a job and just invest it, then I'm not going to be financially crippled, rather than someone who's 40, who has a wife and kids, has this nice house. They might have to spend, then invest. So for you 18 to 20-year-olds out there, I highly recommend that you aggressively invest a percentage of your paycheck or whatever money that you're getting, and then spend the rest on yourself. And for everyone watching this video, you should try to practice frugality. Try living below your means, and don't buy stuff just to impress your friends. Don't buy the $600 Gucci belt or the Louis Vuitton belt. Don't buy the $60 polo shirt from Macy's. You don't have to buy $500 Balenciagas just to show off to your friends, because most of the people that are buying this stuff are feeling insecure about themselves, and they want themselves to look better to everyone else, while at the same time they're living paycheck to paycheck. So when you're doing this in your late teens and early 20s, it is completely justified. Live below your means so that when you're 30 plus, you can actually spend your saved up money on stuff that you want, but still practicing that frugality to a certain degree. Like, rather than going to the Chanel store, why not go to H&M or something? Nice clothes, but for a way lower price. Now, my 4th tip is to start a business or a side hustle. Like I said before, we are young, we're not independents. Might as well take on the risk while you're young. This is the right time to do it. If you want to start that business, do it. And if you're successful at it, then you are way ahead of the game. I'm saying if you can actually make at least a couple of sales a day, That is a stream of income on top of what you're already doing. And you can be maybe at least a year ahead of your peers or people that are even a couple of years older than you. And whether you win or you lose, it's still a win because you still decided to take on the risk, even when there's people out there that are saying, don't do it. You know, people that do all these businesses like Bill Gates, they just got lucky. They just struck it big. It just happened to happen from them. No, it didn't. You know how Bill Gates and Jeff Bezos and Elon Musk managed to get to where they are today? They didn't listen to people that were saying the exact things that you're saying right now. Elon Musk went to college and he bought this big house and they couldn't afford it. Him and his friend, they couldn't afford it. You know how he afforded it? He thought outside the box and he rented it out for parties. And the people that wanted to come there and party had to pay for admission. And they used that money to pay for the house's mortgage. The founders of Amazon lived in a rundown, beat up office for a few years. And the Amazon logo was just spray painted onto a piece of plywood, I think. And now Jeff Bezos is a billionaire. Amazon is a $1 billion company. Bill Gates was a sophomore in college, and he decided to create something revolutionary, something that the world never saw before. Now, I'm not saying that you're going to be the next Bill Gates or the next Jeff Bezos or the next Elon Musk, but if you're going to listen to these people that are telling you to play it safe and just get a job, then you're not going to get anywhere. At least know that you tried. And if you become profitable with this business, then you can say, wow, that's amazing. Now you can do this, you can start a business, but you can also start a side hustle. Now, side hustle can just be freelancing, which is where you create this service for yourself and people go to you for the service rather than it being a part-time or full-time traditional job. And you can do this on Fiverr. That's what I'm doing right now. I have a e-commerce business and I'm also doing Fiverr. I do voice acting on Fiverr. I know, big surprise, right? And it is very fun for me. Do a little self-evaluation, see something that you know you're good at, and try to turn it into a business or a side hustle that you can make some side cash from. That's why it's called a side hustle, because you're making side cash. No, I don't recommend looking at something that you can do full time because it's not very sustainable. But if you can become profitable with a business, then that is more likely to be sustainable. And then you can scale out the business if it really becomes big. Now, tip number 5 is to do YouTube. Now, I know what you guys are going to say. It's been 15 years since YouTube was first created and has become so saturated with all these guys that have 10 million views, $3,000 DSLR cameras that record in 5K, and just great equipment, great editors. But what's going to happen when all of these YouTubers retire 30 to 50 years from now? Are you going to stop doing YouTube? Are you going to stop doing YouTube today because they are here ruling YouTube? Or are you going to start now so that by the time their era is over, you can take their place? So do YouTube, do it for fun. If you're knowledgeable in a certain aspect, or if there's something you really love to do, take out your camera and just start recording. And then post it to YouTube. You can edit it. Try to let your personality shine, be yourself, and hopefully your YouTube channel can grow. People will eventually come across your YouTube channel and see it. And if they like you and they like your content, they will subscribe and your channel will grow. And then when you meet YouTube's monetization requirements, you can get monetized, use that money, reinvest it into YouTube or reinvest it into yourself, buy better equipment, and just continue growing from there. That is the journey that I'm at right now. I'm trying to get to 100, and we've been having some nice growth lately. I was not expecting this. So once again, I can't say it enough. Thank you guys so very much. But yes, do YouTube. Now, this tip kind of encompasses uploading content to other platforms as well. You can be an Instagram influencer. Grow your Instagram account and then charge money for shout outs to help businesses promote their products with your account. Grow your Twitter, grow your Facebook, create a TikTok account. Now, the beauty of TikTok is that it's kind of like how Instagram was when it first came out. People were like, Instagram isn't going to be all that. Now, Instagram has grown into this thing where all these businesses are utilizing it on a day-to-day basis to make money. Now's the time to get on TikTok before it ends up like Instagram, because TikTok is not monetized yet. So when it does become monetized, their monetization requirements aren't going to be so rigid since it's still a new phenomena. So create a TikTok, upload anything to TikTok, and just grow out your TikTok account so that by the time TikTok gets monetized, you can become very profitable from the hard work and the grind that you've been putting into this new platform from the beginning. I made a TikTok account, but I just need to dedicate time to creating content to upload it because it is a vertical portrait mode. So I would have to crop my edited videos if I want to post it on there. But I do have some kind of idea of what type of finance content I would like to upload on TikTok. So after I start uploading that, then I'll put it in the description. But if you guys want to just follow it from now, it is just search up Eman Invests in the search section of TikTok. Now, those are the 5 tips, and they were kind of multiple tips in each one, but 5 is just a very good number and it's very concise. But now let's go over the bonus tip that I was talking about earlier. That bonus tip is to invest in yourself. Now, I know this is going to sound corny and cliche. Oh, Eman, I've heard this a million times before. Come on, I thought it was going to be something different this time. Investing in yourself is very important because if you don't take the time to better yourself physically, mentally, spiritually, then all of the other 5 tips that you're going to be doing will be done in vain. You won't have the knowledge, the wisdom, the intuition, the strength, or the health to carry out these tasks that will help you to become financially free on a day-to-day basis. So I highly recommend you read educational books on finance, on lifestyle, on health, or a bunch of other topics. Not only does it increase your vocabulary and increases your brain, but increases your knowledge. It helps you to become more open-minded, analytical, and lots of other qualities, especially the finance books. These past few days, I've been reading this book called Rich Dad, Poor Dad. And after I read that, I'm going to read this other book, How to Win Friends and Influence People. After that, I'm going to read another book called The 4-Hour Workweek. And then after that, I'm going to read another book called Modern Money Mechanics. And all of these books were recommended to me by other YouTubers, mentors. And funny story behind how I learned about the last book that I'm going to read, Modern Money Mechanics. I was at the store the other day, getting lunch in between my classes. And I went up and these 2 chill guys were at the cashier, and after I made my order, we had a nice conversation, and I told them that I'm studying business at college, and they said, nice, man, gave me some words of encouragement, and they told me to read Modern Money Mechanics. So I definitely had to put that in the list. All of these books are in the description below. Links to all of them will be in the description, and if you buy the books with that link, a small percentage of the payment will go to me because those are Amazon affiliate links. So if you want to help support the channel, please do not hesitate to use those links to buy the books. Now, other than buying and reading these educational books, you can invest in courses to expand your knowledge, attend seminars and gatherings to also further expand your knowledge, and also network with people who can become your coaches, your mentors, or people who are just like-minded in general. Now, there are free alternatives to this. There are webinars or YouTube channels that are basically the equivalent to these courses, but they're giving out their content free. It's just monetized with ads. And there are courses, seminars, and webinars for almost every scale and niche under the sun. Whether you want to do sales and marketing, whether you want to start up your own e-commerce business, whether you want to become a better investor and build that trading and investing mindset, whether you want to become an author or a blog writer, the possibilities are unlimited. So please do try to invest in courses. Find a mentor or a coach. Currently, I have a mentor that is teaching me day in and day out about the foreign exchange market. And if I had not run into him, I don't know where I would be right now in that regard. The foreign exchange market is a great way to trade, swing trade. I'm swing trading currencies. That is my strategy. And it is a great stream of income if you know what you're doing. The strategy that I'm using has been the most profitable for a lot of people. Funny story, this mentor of mine is actually the older brother of one of my friends who I work with as a volunteer audiovisual technician for this church. Very small world. Now then we have the mental investment, the mental and physical investment in yourself. Exercise, sleep well, eat healthy, and make new friends. Gotta make sure you keep yourself in tip-top shape so that you can do all these other things to help for your financial future. I know there are some people out there who this might be difficult for them because they have to work overtime, and if they just cut 1 hour out of their shift, even if it's overtime and they're working over 40 hours a week, then whatever responsibilities they have, like their family, their kids, then they're putting them in jeopardy because they don't have money to pay for them. So this might be a little difficult, but now you have a chance to take control of your life and your future. So if you're 18, you're 19, you're 20, you're 21, now's the time. Do these investments so that in 10 years, even 10 years from now, when you have a family, if you don't have a family, with your friends, you can go out, spend time with them, go travel the world, do things that you never thought you would ever do, or things you've always wanted to do but just didn't have the money to afford. That is my dream right now, and I hope you guys have the similar dream. Make the best version of yourself. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you did enjoy, please do leave a like rating, comment your thoughts in the comment section down below, and if you're new, subscribe. If you want to get started with investing, please do use my investing brokerage referral links in the description below, and we will be getting some free stocks, you and I, as a result. Take care, guys. Happy investing, and here's to a great, profitable financial future. See you guys then.